Two NGOs, Ghana Without Orphans and Rule UK, have been sharing international child adoption standards with High Court judges in Accra. The aim of the two-day training is to deliberate on the role of the court in child protection, care of children, a child's voice in court hearings, and child protection assessment. Speaking on the theme Good Practice in the Judicial Process of Protection and Care for the Child in Ghana, UK Deputy District Judge Ranjit Upal urged the Government of Ghana to learn some of the best practices the UK has adopted in processing child adoption cases.
The officials in Ghana from the judiciary, as well as ministers from local and national government, did a review, firstly, of how long the average case is taking in court for adoption or a care order. That will be the starting point. And that will tell us so much about the journey for a child in the court process. Now, it's so important for a child to know its outcome. Where will the child be living? Who will be its carer? A foster carer, a parent, a family member, kinship. And it's really important that we make these decisions as soon as possible. In the UK, cases started being delayed for 1 to 2 years, and we realised this is not in the child's best interest. So, having had a review, we decided 26 weeks, 6 months, was achievable, and that was then put into law. Now, some cases will go beyond this, but they are exceptional, and only the senior judge will give authority to extend beyond 26 weeks. But this now means that children who come before the courts will have an outcome, a best interest decision, sooner rather than later. And the whole purpose here is the welfare of the child. This is the the overwhelming principle from the Children Act. So by avoiding the delay, we are doing what we should be doing for children.
Child specialist Ruth Sharon advised school authorities to partner government in protecting the rights of the child.
Each school will have its own policy about child protection and will have its own procedure about what should happen, and it will be laid down and all the staff will be taught about it. So if a child discloses something like, my mummy and daddy were fighting last night and my mummy got badly injured, that's clearly a child protection issue. And that the teacher who was the information was given to would then have a legal responsibility to pass that information to the child protection officer in the school. Or if the teacher sees bruises, worrying bruises, not just grazes on the knee where a child may have fallen over, but an unusual thing like that, then that would also need to be reported to the child protection officer in the school. The child protection officer would then, according to the severity of what they've heard, would need to do various different things. Either they would have further interview with the child, maybe with the parents, or they would pass that information on to a social worker, a local authority social worker, who would then do a thorough assessment. They'd be under a duty to do a thorough assessment.
She also encouraged leaders of faith-based organizations to monitor wards in their care to detect any anomaly.